very warm welcome to all. Today, I, Ria Khanna, an legal intern under Lexis and Company, am here virtually to express my topic extended view of Article 21 under the Constitution of India. According to the Constitution, Parliament and the state legislatures in India have the power to make laws within their respective jurisdictions. This power is though not absolute in nature. The Constitution vests in the judiciary the power to adjudicate upon the constitutional validity of all the laws. If a law made by the Parliament or the state legislature violate any provision of the Constitution, then the Supreme Court has the power to declare such a law invalid or ultra vires. This check notwithstanding, the founding fathers wanted the Constitution to be an adaptable document rather than a rigid framework for governance. The judicial interpretation of Article 21 of the Indian Constitution and judicial activism on the part of the Supreme Court of India. It examines the reasons for judicial creativity and justifies the role played by the Supreme Court of India in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens when the legislative and executive failed in performing their duties. To some extent, judicial activism on the part of judiciary derives from underlying weakness and failure on the part of other machineries of the state to perform their duties. Right to life and personal liberty is the most cherished and pivotal fundamental human rights around which other rights of individuals revolve, and therefore, this video assumes great significance. The study of right to life is indeed a study of Supreme Court as a guardian of fundamental human rights. The Constitution of India provides fundamental right under Chapter 3, which are guaranteed by the Constitution. One of these rights is provided under Article 21, which reads as follows: Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. Through the phraseology of Article 21, we can understand that it starts with the negative word, but the word no has been used in relation to the word deprive. The object of fundamental right under Article 21 is to prevent encroachment upon personal liberty and deprivation of life except according to the procedure established by law. It clearly means that this fundamental right has been provided against the state only. If an act of private individual amounts to encroachment upon personal liberty or deprivation of life of other person, such violation would not fall under the parameters set for Article 21. In such case, the remedy for aggrieved person would be either under Article 226 of the Constitution or under general law. But where an act of private individual supported by the state infringes the personal liberty or life of another person, then the act will certainly come under the ambit of Article 21. Article 21 of the Constitution of life of a person. The term person does not include citizens as well as non-citizens. Article 21 is of the Constitution of India is available to both citizens and non-citizens. In the case of Chairman Railway Board versus Chandrima Das, All India Record 2000, according to the tenor of the language used in Article 21, it will be available not only to every citizen of this country but also to be a person who may not be a citizen of the country. Thus, even those who are not citizens of this country and come here merely as tourists or in other capacity will be entitled to the protection of their lives in accordance with the constitutional provisions. They also have a right to life in this country. This was stated by the Supreme Court in this particular case. Now, moving further, we shall be now discussing the extended view of Article 21 in the next video. So that is all for this particular video. Thank you so much.